YouTube? It is Serenity Beach Stables here. I am here today to talk to you about the most awesome thing in the world, which is Breyerfest. Hopefully, I think I've gone live once other time on YouTube. This should get posted after the video. I hope so, because it's a great video and I don't want to refilm it for the third time. Apologies if I constantly take drinks. I've been kind of dehydrated lately, and I've been trying to make it a goal to drink a lot of water this year. So, apologies if I pause and take a drink quick. So, basically, Breyerfest, what is it? Breyerfest is basically, it's been going on since 1990. It's a model horse convention. Breyerfest has always been at the Kentucky Horse Park in Lexington, Kentucky, which is awesome. That place is super duper cool. A lot of fun stuff to do around there. Myself, I've been going since 2011. Technically, it's been since 2015. I went in 2011 with my family as a family vacation. And then I took a couple years. I didn't even talk about it again. And then decided, you know what? I made a bunch of friends in the hobby. 2015, we're going. Because I got back into Breyers in 2011, and then 2013 was when I started showing, and that's when I made a lot of my friends. So 2015 was when I went with some friends and had a blast. So I've been going ever since then, and I'm planning on going again this year. Which is why this is going to be a big help to you guys to plan for this year if you guys are going or within the next future years. Sorry if I have connection problems. I'm running off my Wi-Fi, and sometimes my Wi-Fi likes to act up at this time of night. It's 2:30 in the morning here. I can't sleep, so I post YouTube videos. Anyway, one thing you're going to want to do, this is going to be very important for you guys, is to go to, I need to pull it up here. You'll want to go to the Breyerfest website. I think I still have it pulled up. Nope, I don't. Okay. We'll re-pull that up real quick. Okay. It's loading. What you'll want to do is go to the Breyer website, which is breyerhorses.com. You guys should all know that. It's like the Holy Bible of websites. Anyway, it'll be up here on this little screen here. What you'll want to do is go over to this tan thing here. And then go to Breyerfest 2018. That will show you where all your stuff is located. So if you just hit Breyerfest 2018 right there, it'll pop up with the main page of Breyerfest. And that is awesome. You'll be able to see everything that I'm gonna also talk about in this video. So you'll be able to buy your tickets off of this, enter for the model horse shows if you hold a 3-day, and see the blog. The blog is something that you're going to want to keep an eye on. The blog is where they'll post information about new Breyer models, as well as the things that will be appearing at Breyerfest, like performances that are going to happen, workshops, etc., etc., which I will get to here in this video. So this is basically where you're going to find all this info. Tickets are just under the tickets tab here. It's actually this cute little racing diamond. This is how the tickets are broken down. Adults, the 3-day adult tickets classify as ages 13 and over. 3-day children is ages 7 through 12, and then anybody under the age of 6 is free. Well, 6 and under is free. If you have a little sibling that's going to go, they are free, which is cool. Also, if you are a collector club member, which I am, I'm going to probably renew mine. I'm going to have to renew mine in like June, unless I buy my tickets before like April or something. Because you get like a special discounted price. It's either like 15 or 20% off, I think. But another perk to buying them early is if you buy them before April 16th, you get entered in for an early bird raffle model, which is this guy right here. His name is Riddle. He's kind of cute. I have one man award, and it's Joey, but he's like way over there. So the 3-day ticket, which is something that I recommend getting. It is amazing. You get a lot of stuff for it. For being a 3-day ticket, you get a lot of stuff. You'll get a celebration horse, which I have mine right here. I'm going to talk about him here in just a little bit. I'm going to set him in there because I have no room on my shelf. And then pull my... Of course, it's not probably going to load properly. Nope. I lost my freaking website. We're just going to load it on Chrome. Happens a lot. Oh no, I got to keep that page pulled up. We're going to load it again real quick. Sorry. Luckily, I visited a lot on my devices, and all of my devices are connected by my email, so if I've looked at it on my old tablet, I can see everything on my new tablet as well as my phone, which is kind of awesome. Okay, we're just gonna hit the tickets tab this time. So, here we go. All right. So the 3-day ticket benefits, one of the things it'll get you is the celeb model, which this is Brass Hat. This is the model for this year, which is kind of cool. I'm going to probably sell mine. I have somebody already in line to possibly buy him. He doesn't interest me. Sorry, I worked out and I'm like very like limp at the legs right now. I went and worked out earlier with this evening with some friends. So you get the Celebration Horse model, and then you'll get admissions to the Celebration Horses show, which I'll talk about in performances. You get the access to purchase special run models, which will also be talked about here in a little bit. Only 3-day people are eligible for that. You get 3 days of entertainment, which is the guest horses and the performances. I'll get that again in a second. And then admission into the park, which will include the admission into the museums and the attractions that they have on site, as well as just some other stuff, autographs, things like that. So that's pretty much the ticket info. I'm going to go over some of the things I kind of just summed up in there. The celeb model is something that you get, so each person gets a ticket. If you get the 3-day, you get a ticket. It'll allow you to purchase an exclusive model like Nazaruden here. Nazaruden is the one from last year. He's cute, but I'm selling him. That's why he was on that shelf. The celeb model, again, a lot of people are going to be reselling them. You're going to be able to buy them, but if you buy a single-day ticket, which I'll get into here in just a second as to what that is, those will go on sale a little bit closer to the event, the single days, just for reasons. But anyway, if you buy the single-day ticket, say you're only able to go 1 day, I'd recommend looking on eBay or seeing on Instagram or Facebook if somebody is selling the just a celebration model ticket, because that's happened. I've bought some on Facebook. I've bought some on, or I've purchased some on eBay as well. So you can normally get them for pretty cheap, $5-6. Sometimes they're pricier. You can also have a person pick one up for you if you have somebody that's going. Sometimes they'll charge a small flat fee. My charges, basically, it's the model. Besides the celebration model, I've never done celebration model pickups. I've only done them for friends. I've never done them for anybody that sent me a ticket. My fees basically are, if I'm picking up a special run or a store model, it's basically the price of the horse plus $20. I consider that my pickup fee. That might go up over the years, but as of right now, it's been $20. And that's basically just to help cover... sometimes that's been able to help me get another like special model. Like I was able to pay for my surprise model from 2016 with some of that, and then it also helps with gas and stuff. Which even have an electric vehicle, you still have to put gas in it. I have a hybrid. Mine's actually, they call it it's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, something like that. It's what it's called, a PHEV or something. Mine still takes gas. I ran it on gas going to Breyerfest last year. That's all I did. I didn't touch electric. I ran it on gas. Now that I know a new trick for the electric, I'm going to do that. But that's what I charge. And then an extra $10 for the shipping. I can normally find some pretty cheap, quick priority shipping rates. just through PayPal. So that's pretty awesome. But that's kind of what I charge for that. I'll get into that more with the, actually, I didn't. It's pulled up off to the side. I seen that comment there, friend. I have it pulled up tonight. I would never cut my hair. I love having long hair. I just wanted it out of my face, and it gets knotted up with the thing here, which is fun. But yeah, it's just pulled up. It's still all here. It's just bunched up into a blob of who knows what. I kind of basically took it out of my ponytail. Hey, yeah, no props. I basically took it out of my ponytail earlier after working out, just quickly threw it up. So that's pretty much what happened. If you pop in, you have questions, go ahead. This is about my Breyerfest video. If you're collecting model horses, this is Breyerfest is what this is. Pop in if you have any questions. Basically, so we're going to get into the single day models. The single day models, I have a few of them here. I can show you. The single day models are models that you get. The tickets are normally cheaper. They're like $15, I think, is how much those tickets are. 3 days cost like 87 something, roughly. I'll respond to that in a minute. That's a friend of mine from work that I used to work with. Each model has been done differently. Basically, it's a random draw, whether or not what you get. This one was one from 2011. This is Merriweather. Merriweather is a clearwear model. She's kind of cute. I have Crepe Suzette from 2015. I have a Canterine Warmblood Thing, and she's glossy, because why not? Sao Paulo from 2016. And then my my good friend here, Tushar, from 2017. Tushar, he landed his first show, and I was very, very proud of him. So, props to him, right? Props to him. So, I'm going to put those guys back up here. Just over here. Those are the single day models. Basically, you'll get those. They're kind of randomly selected. But you can always ask for them. Sometimes, I'm going to reply back to my friend about this job real quick. Down. He was looking for a new job, so he messaged me asking if one of mine was hiring. I think there is a... I'm trying to remember if my job has applications online. Anyway, let's see here. Stablemates. So the stablemates are normally individually packaged. You have 4 tickets. You can get all 4 models. That's what I've learned. Most of the time, they're really nice, the people that work in the booth, and you can pick which one you want. I've picked Tushar, I picked Sao Paulo, I picked Crepe Suzette. Merriweather was a luck of the draw one. So we're going to move on now to a special run. Special run models are the ones that you get with a limited 3-day ticket. I'm going to pull up my picture I was using. I filmed this video previously and then had problems. So I'm going to get that loaded here. Okay, got my picture loaded. The single day tickets are basically going to be individual tickets. They're going to look like this, all right? They're going to have a different design on it, obviously. They had a different color. They have a different color ticket normally for each day. I'm trying to do this just by looking at my screen. I got this picture from Aiden's Toy Trove, so sorry about, I figured I'd throw that in there real quick just so they're like, hey, why are you using our photo? I'm just using it as a reference. Your photo was probably the best out of everybody's. Anyway, so, plus, if you guys are seeing, if Aiden's Toy Trove, if you guys are seeing this, your guys' I could easily show off stuff with this, with using this side right here, your Sundays. They help out a lot, with the times and stuff, and the date, and the numbers, and things like that. Anyway, so each ticket, also each day, will have a time slot will have a different color as well. If you guys can see that there. Um, you have to be there during your time slot. So whatever time slot it says on the ticket, like I've normally gotten like 1 to 2 as mine. Like a 1 to 2 ticket, like this one. I think I had a 1 to 2 last year. Basically, you'll have to be there. I would recommend getting there at 12:45. In Breyerfest, basically, if you want to sum it up, it's a game of hurry up and wait. You have to wait in line a lot. That's one thing that's common about Breyerfest is you are waiting a lot. Lines are a thing at Breyerfest. It is a way of life at Breyerfest. You will get to know that. Okay? So you look at your ticket. Hi, Jenna. Hashtag for science. Basically, you guys have to look at the ticket here. You'll get your time, you'll get all that stuff, and then you'll get the number. So that's the number at the very end there. This is where it's going to get very confusing. Bear with me. I know it's just basically you, Jenna, but this will be good if you go with me. Maybe you'll learn something from this. Plus, this video gets posted after anyway, so somebody will learn from it anyway. So, say I have this ticket. Hey, yeah, hooray for learning things, because you're going to learn something today, dude. Maybe I'm going to drag you to Kentucky with me. Take a road trip. Meet up in, like, I don't know, St. Louis or something. Because you live in Texas. Oh, wait, that wouldn't work. You live in Texas. You'd have to fly, Jenna. You'd have to fly. Anyway, so say I drew the number, or I got the number 278. What's going to happen is they're going to put all the numbers in a hat. And then when it gets close to time, they're going to pull the number. And then whatever number it is, so say 277 was drawn, we'd be first in line. That's how it is, basically. It's one of those, sorry, if your number's the pulled one, it's short end of the stick for you. Kind of sucks sometimes, but good, you better. Because then you can fly up here, and I can just pick you up in Omaha or something. Or you can fly into, like, Kansas City, and I can pick you up in Kansas City, and we can go to Kentucky together. Because I think that would be fun. Anyway, so basically they'll draw the number. So, yeah, I know, genius. Because I want to go, but I'm too poor. So, sorry. I can't go to that with you. Anyway, it's funny because, so basically, she's talking to me about an event that's happening for storm chasers in Denver, and I can't go. Because A, I don't want to take that much time off work, because I kind of need the money, and B, I'm too poor for this, so I can barely fund Breyerfest sometimes. So say they draw 277, you're 278, basically you're first in line. 277 is the end of the line, so it's going to stack itself up all the way to like 600, and then start over at 1, and then 1, 2, 3, whatever. Like I said, it's a game of hurry up and wait. So, basically, if, say, they drew number 60, you are 55, you're going to be towards the end of the line. Which sometimes sucks. Sometimes it could be a good thing, because maybe the model that you like wasn't popular. You can get that model. There's going to be a lot left. Sometimes it sucks, because if you want like a surprise model, those are normally not there, which is sometimes horrible. But yeah, so what they'll do is they'll just you'll have the ticket. You'll hand them the ticket. They'll mark it. They'll hand you the model. I'm gonna go over models I've gotten from that. Oh yeah, hey Jenna, I know you're still watching. Tahiti, that's Tahiti right there at the edge of my finger, because I know it's you still watching. Anyway, so they'll just mark off your ticket. You get 2 models with each ticket. So each ticket gets you 2 models, which is kind of cool. Other basic rules, just be kind. Don't cut in line. Make sure you are numerical order. So if say you have a friend of yours. Oh, and you can only go through once. Unless you have another ticket time for later. You can't have 2 tickets for the same time. I would recommend having a friend grab those for you if you do. So say, you've got Sally, she's 277, you're 278, Joe's 279. You got to make sure you stay in that line, okay? If you get out of that line, trust me, it's going to be a bigger headache for you. later on. My 2 special runs that I have, well, I have 3 actually. I'm going to go over the first one first. This one was half matte, half glossy. Once Upon a Time. Super cute. Got him 2011. I was lucky enough to get a glossy. He's not being sold unless I have to fund like a medical bill. Same with Rose, who's well, she's back in her spot now. You can kind of see her right there at the edge of his tail. She's only being sold if I have a medical problem. Anyway, these are some of the surprise models I've gotten. I started getting them in 2016. I'm gonna get them this year too, depending on what the model is. And they never used the same model back to back. So they used Esprit one year and then they used Latigo. So they're going to use a different model this year and I can't wait to see what it is. Some people are already posting predictions. This guy was a glossy one. I was lucky to get him. I cried when I opened him because he's cute, he's glossy, and yes. This is the one that they did for this year. This is the Latigo mold. Chestnut paint, super cute. I actually got him through a trade. After I opened up my one that was a buckskin, which was kind of cool. So I was able to trade with this young lady that was sitting close to me who wanted the buckskin. I wanted the paint. So that's that one. That's the special runs there. We are going to get into the pop-up and the store. So first we'll go with the store. First, you know what? We'll go with the pop-up. The pop-up tent is somewhere you can get some exclusive merch. They put a lot of like clothing in there, as well as bags and stuff. I don't think I have mine right here close to me at this instant. One of my bags, I did. I don't think I do anymore. I think I moved it. But you can get some very cute like totes. To use. I got one in 2016. I got one last year because I loved the one from last year. They were my colors. They were beautiful. Like I said, I don't think I have it close by to where I could show you what it looks like because it was right here. Yeah, it's not where I left it, so I think I put it over there somewhere. Anyway, but you can get sometimes they'll post some exclusive models. They make crystals. Crystal models is what they are. Beautiful. They're normally about $60, roughly speaking. They're basically paddock pal sized, so I would say they're about this big, roughly. And then they put some exclusive stablemates in there. This was the one from 2016. This is Copacabana. He's for sale. I have him up here on my sale shelf. He was a deco that they did. They mainly do decos there. And then it was funny because my friends and I, we all had variations. Cause the way his markings were done were different. It was kind of cool. But then they post some other ones. Like last year, they had Holly the elephant. They put stuffed animals in there. They have little stuffed horses or little stuffed elephants, little stuffed whatever. Like last year, they had a stuffed horse and a stuffed elephant. Things like that. And then you can get some merch from in there as well. T-shirts. You can get cups. I have a mug upstairs that I use all the time from last year at Breyerfest. It's like a Tervis mug, so it's pretty cool, good quality for working. My pencil was closed. You can get those. You can get like glasses, things like that. Notebooks, pens, pencils, possibly pins, things like that. Bunch of just fun stuff there. The store is the same thing, but they have the bigger exclusive models. Some other models that are exclusively made, like Repeat the Beat here was a model that was exclusively made. Oh, another one I have. I bought this one secondhand though. Champagne Wishes was one from a couple years ago. 2014 actually. I bought her secondhand though. A friend was selling her and I bought her. That would bug me. Ouch, that would bug me right there. So I pinched my finger in there. Basically they put two store specials out, and the store specials are normally priced about $40 to $50 roughly. I got Repeat the Beat because you can't see I got like a little conga going on there. And Repeat the Beat was just too cute. Couldn't pass it up. So they post these in there, and These are limited as well. So what they do is they separate them out. So they have a box set for just Friday. They have a box set for just Saturday. And they have a box set for just Sunday. When that Friday big box runs out, that's it. No more for that day. Saturday, same thing. It's a pain when you're doing pickups. I do pickups. I do mainly store specials, pop-up tent. That's about it. Unless somebody sends me their special run ticket with their money, then I will do that. Except for last year when I sold my slot, which maybe I'll do again this year depending on what the runs look like. So it's a pain for when you, because I do all my shopping in one day. I try to get as much of my shopping done in one day as possible. I've been hoping to try to get a PayPal debit card to where I could just use that. I have it on my phone to tap my phone. I want an actual debit card, but they won't let me because it's like they need to verify my identity, and I don't feel safe giving that information over the internet. So, but the store special, basically what's going to happen is there's a separate line for the store. It's normally next to the special run line. This year they moved them onto a little arena, so they were easier to see. And then basically you walk in at the same spot. So you're on one side of the fence, they're on a different side of the fence. And then you'll go in, and then there's a guy normally stopped at the front. He'll just be like, hey, you know, how many in your party? And, you know, 1, 2, 3, whatever. And then he'll start like counting. So actually he'll start like letting people through. And then when he thinks he's going to stop you, or let you through, maybe if you're just a single person, he'll stop you and say, how many you got? And then you tell him. Last time I went through, last year, I told him, I made friends with a girl. I was just randomly in line, and because I let her borrow my sunscreen or something like that, and or we were talking about the heat or something, and it was cute because she's had this model she really, really wanted to get. And I said, man, though, I said, they might sell out of it before we get in there. And luckily they didn't, which was good. But what we did was, I said, you know what? I'm just going to pretend you two are with me. You know, because there was another girl that we were talking to as well. We were all 3 singles, basically. And, again, sorry for the bad connection. Like I said, my phone and my internet do not like working. Anyway, it's funny because, so I just basically said that us 3 were together. And they're like, thank you for doing that. I said, hey, no problem. I wasn't going to let you guys, miss out on getting your models. Because people go hog heaven in there, and it's limited to 1 per person. And people go into hog heaven in there, which sucks sometimes. But yeah, so you can get some cool stuff in there. You can also get most of the stuff that's in the pop-up tent. They'll have exclusives, other like limited editions from collectors clubs. Jackson, I have Jackson. I can't remember where I put Jackson. I don't know if it's a good... Oh, he's right here. I bought a couple models for a friend of mine that I was doing pickups for back in 2015. And, what I ended up doing was I paid for Jackson as well. I figured, oh, you know what, she might like this little guy as a treat. He was like only $20 or something. He was a Stablemate Club exclusive. Well, it was cute because look who's back in my collection. She was selling a bunch of models, and so as a payment for showing some models for her at a show, she gave me Jackson, and so I was kind of glad to have him. He's super adorable. But he was a model I was able to get in the store. You can get other Breyer models. They have a lot of the regular runs. You can get, whatever the popular regular runs are. Like they had Banks Vanilla one time. They had Brunello, American Pharaoh. I seen a lot of the classics, things like that. So they'll probably have a lot of the 2018 runs in there. The Smart Chicalina that's coming out, the Newsworthy that's coming out, all those guys are going to be in there as well, I'm sure. You could buy Tax, some Stablemates, anything is going to be in this. So that's pretty much that. I'm also going to tie in real quick to this. You could consider it partly the marketplace. That's what I call it, is the marketplace. The marketplace is, that's what I call it. You don't have to call it that. It's called something different. I just don't know the term off the top of my head. I call it the marketplace. The marketplace To me, what I consider it is it's basically the outer concourse or the main concourse of the arena, the covered arena. What's in there? There's vendors. Each vendor has their own little spot. You'll be able to see in your program. They'll have a map for you. I thought I had a program. I actually do have a program. Give me 1 second here. Alright, this is a program from last year. If you go normally towards the end of the program, it'll give you a list. This is everybody. Oh my god, they called it the marketplace. This was everybody that was listed, and then they showed a map. This spot here, this is considered the Breyer store, this big block here. Basically, the arena, if you're looking at it, it's more like, it's actually kind of like this, how it's laid out. Basically, the stage is facing north. So you're facing north if you're watching the stage. So the Breyer store, depending on which way you're sitting, the Breyer store is going to be either behind you or across from you. That's the store line. That's where you're going to get the models like Repeat the Beat. That's also where the special run tickets are going to be done at. And then they're going to have little and so then each one of these little tabs here, if you guys can see, those are booths. Those are people bringing in models that they want to sell if they're a store. One of the ones that I've shopped at, I think it's 101, 102, 103. Nope. 101. Where's 101? Oh, yeah. 100, 101. That's Becky stuff. Becky stuff is awesome. They always have a lot of older models. Suenta's there. You can buy a resin or two. Things like that. Model horse jumps if you want to buy some custom jumps. Those runs like 40 or 50 bucks though. But they're always pretty cool. And then you can get some information from some of like the people that are going to be performing there. So like they had Guy McLean had a thing there. Oh, his was outside. Their things were outside. But they had like what was the one? Oh, one year they had this cute little demo thing that they were doing where they were showing off these horses had like highlights in their mane and tail, and they were tail extensions or mane extensions. They were selling those. I can't remember what the name of it was called though. But yeah, so you can get some cool information about that. Like I said, your program, this is going to be your Bible. It's going to be your go-to when you're at Breyerfest. It's going to have all the information in it. Make sure you get 1 or 2 or 3. You might need them. So here's like the info about the store, the things you can find at the store, all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much that there. So yeah, that pretty much covers the marketplace. You're going to be able to find some pretty good deals there. You're going to find even better deals at the Clarion, which I'm going to talk to in a bit. Model shows. I'm just going to kind of sum this one up, as well as workshops. If you buy a 3-day ticket, you can enter the model show and the workshops. The model horse shows, there's one on Friday, which is the adults show, basically, and then there's one on Saturday, which is the youth show. That's how they're broken up. You can enter those if you're a 3-day ticket holder. You have to enter those online. You probably have to pay for them. The model horse show, I know you have to pay for. The workshops, I don't know. I've never booked one. So yeah, so that's that. The workshops are kind of fun. You get to meet a lot of cool people. A lot of professionals come in and they offer their expertise. They'll teach you how to do some sculpting, some painting, some repairing, things like that. Tack making. I think there's a tack making one. They come in and teach you a bunch of that. You can also find that information when you get your program. That's normally in here. Where's that at? Oh, like here. It's at the Visitors Information Center, so it was the pink one in this year. So you can get just a little bit of info about that, like who's holding it and stuff. And then you have to pay for those ahead or reserve those ahead of time online. Those fill up pretty fast. That's the problem. They fill up pretty fast. So you have to make sure you are ready for that. You'll get more information online. Breyer will post a ton of information about what you're going to learn on there, who the instructor is, how long it is, things like that, where it's located. So that's pretty much the model shows and the workshops. You guys can always message me here or on Instagram at Serenity Beach Stables if you guys have any questions, okay? Please do. Please do. I will answer your questions. Arena performances. Arena performances. This is where you're going to want to sit, take some time if you want to take a break. Get a drink of water, get a bite to eat. There's some food stands there. This year they moved the food stands, and I was sad because I didn't get a funnel cake. I really wanted a funnel cake, and I couldn't get one because they moved the food stands. I always like to get the lemonade. Hi, yo! Daily Pro Gamer. Cool. Nice to meet you, buddy. They moved the food stands for this event last year, and I was really sad. But I got a lemonade, so I was very happy about that. They have good lemonade, fresh squeezed. But sit in the arena. Watch the performances. There's a lot of people come in. They had a side saddle demo, which my friend wrote in. That was kind of fun to watch. Watch him do jumping, bunch of team stuff, things like that. So that's kind of fun. You also get to see like the celebration model. The celebration horse will come out and do some stuff. If the store special is based off of a horse, they'll come in and do some stuff. So it's always fun to watch those. Also in the arena, you'll be able to see they'll hold a raffle and stuff in there. So that's kind of cool. So yeah. So another thing that I'm going to tie into performances here is the Celebration of Horses. The Celebration of Horses is it's held at the Alltech Arena, which is where the model horse shows are held. It's still located on their site, on the Horse Park site. You can get information for this on the Breyer website as well. The Celebration of Horses is basically I've never been. My friends have gone. I've heard it's very mystical, is what it is. No matter what the year is, they have a lot of professional riders come in, and they do just basically this big theater show. They're showing off some fun stuff, tricks, things like that, training stuff. So it's kind of cool to watch that. It's basically the arena performances on steroids is what that's considered. I've heard it's pretty good, so I do recommend going. You do get one of those tickets with your 3 days. You can also buy those separately as well. They will have them listed on the Breyer site. If you get a single day and you want to go to this, you can buy the ticket for it. They have Friday performance. They have a Saturday performance. So you'd have 2 chances to go. So that covers performances. Now I'm going to get into some other fun stuff that happens around Breyerfest. One of the host hotels is the Clarion. The Clarion is the holy city of Breyerfest. They are the host hotel. It's a ton of fun to go to the Clarion. You will want to bring a lot of money. Here's why. There's basically for Breyerfest, all the people staying pretty much in the Clarion are Breyerfest people or model horse people. They are there. It is basically a gigantic, how do I want to say this? It's basically just a gigantic site, just for, selling. That's basically what it is. There's a bunch of people just selling models. They sell them out of their room, okay? That's basically how it goes. Also inside the Clarion is the Artisan Gallery, which you can read about on there. That's where a lot of the artists come in. Famous artists, like D'Ari Joan, Frank, I believe is her name. She was there last year. Who else was there? I can't remember who all was there, but you'll get a lot of like people that come in. They like to show off their artworks, things like that. You can buy models there, resins, customs, things like that. They have a swap meet one of the nights, which is kind of cool, where you can go in. It's normally a lot of people selling their collections. If they have a big collection, they're selling it. It's fun. You can get some good deals. You guys will be proud of me for this one. I got Smoke. here. A friend of mine from Colorado was selling, they pulled together, they were, a couple of them, they were selling a bunch of models. One of them had Smoke for sale, and I was sitting there, she was on a shelf, and I was like eyeballing her. I was like, forked out, sorry, I must have disconnected for a second there. Forked out $25 for this horse. Paid $25 for a mint condition Smoke, which was pretty rad. Couldn't believe I did that. So you can buy some cool stuff. I bought my little mini, I have a little mini Synergy resin. It's the naked one back there. I bought him there as well for like, I think he was there for like 75 is what the guy was selling him for. And then we talked him down to like 40 or 45 or something, which was kind of cool. So actually my friend talked him down. I thank Fabian for that. I have to get that guy some clothes eventually. He's got to get painted. I thought about turning him into a NaNoPymo model, which would be kind of fun, which is like a national painting thing, hosted by Jennifer Buxton and a group of other ladies and gentlemen. There was a guy at the hotel with it too, but I haven't decided yet. Anyway, so the Clarion, basically a lot of shopping goes on there. You'll find some pretty good deals, and you're going to find a lot of people that are willing to barter, especially towards the last day. Some people start Wednesday before Breyerfest and go till maybe Monday, depending on if they have to get back for a job. You're going to find a lot of good deals on Sunday, though, whatever's left. I recommend, if you see the horse that you want, a lot of people, I know for a fact, they search for Champagne Wishes. I have a friend that is. I told her I'd probably help her find it. Anyway, Champagne Wishes, same room, 305 has it. She's got her for $275. Okay. Here's the thing, they won't hold unless it's one of those like I forgot my wallet. I'm planning on going to get, going back to my hotel, grabbing, getting the wallet, grabbing dinner, coming back. Are you still going to be open in a couple hours? I can come back and pay for it. Then they'll hold. And you can always ask to hold as well. They'll probably hold for a couple hours at least. Because here's the thing. It's going to be $275 in one room. You could buy it, go into the next room, and find it for $175. That's the bad thing. So I always like to, if you make a list or something, take a list with you of models, how much you're possibly willing to pay. You can normally talk people down. Hey, you know what? I like your Champagne Wishes. Would you take any less? If they say no, no hard feelings, walk away. If they say, yeah, sure, what's your best offer? You offer them, I don't know, $200. Say you just offer them $200, and they're like, I can do $200, They leave it friendly, thank you, I'm going to get into something for what to pack in a second. I'm staring at one of my bags I'm going to use this year that I got for Christmas. That's a perfect Breyerfest bag is what I called it. But yeah, so that's basically the synopsis of the Clarion. It is a maze. It's going to be hot in there. There's going to be a lot of problems. You're going to be bumping into people. Trust me, you got to be careful. I would recommend taking small bag. I'm lucky I can travel with just a wallet. That's how I've trained myself. Unless I have to take something else with me, I take a small bag. This year I'll probably be carrying around my tablet to help me with some things. So I'm going to have that with me, as well as my little notebook of wonders is what I call it. Basically, I think it's sitting over there. It's I get a little tiny binder and with little tiny tabs, and then I get when I go and I transfer all the money from pickups to my bank, and then I pull the money out. Individual, I do it individually, so each one gets their own envelope, and then I put it in there with the list of what the person wants. So that's kind of how I do my pickup stuff. So that's normally being carried around with me, so sometimes I just have a small purse. I would recommend small purse. I do not recommend big bag. Keep the big bag in the car, okay? Just word of advice, keep big bag in car. You don't want to be knocking down models, especially China's, if there's China's going on. So, yeah, I would recommend that. Another hotel that's pretty popular, there's another one that's next door called the Griffin Gate. I've stayed there. It's beautiful. I plan on staying there again. Reason being, it's affordable, it's beautiful, it's got a spa, and it's got an electric car charger, which I needs that. I am willing to tow people out of that freaking spot just to get my charger. okay? Because people park in front of it, and it pisses me off. So if someone parks in front of the electric car charger in the Griffin Gate, I will be very mad. You will see I will be very mad. I might leave a note. If one of you guys parks in front of the car charger, I may leave a note, so be careful, please. You will know if I'm mad, because I'm gonna need to charge my car. I mean, it's not like I own a Tesla and I have to charge it. It's just I'm gonna want to charge it because then I can drive it around like that. So that's pretty much that. Embassy. They have windows leading into the hallway. For window decorating. You know, things like that. I've thought about I figured I could go for either. Jones' version is lots of fun of our show. You'll see it. It's a crazy and you will see it. We walked from the Fairfield to the Lakeem. With him, he's cool to talk to. I'm gonna tell you about one. I just got this model. Island. This person was lucky enough they got a glossy, so I was very excited about that. Kind of fun. Like I said, you can meet people. You can always check out the I'm gonna step off camera for just a second. Oh, that's where my sunglasses went. Thank you. Recommend pretty much these only one reply. I'd recommend packing comfortable sandals if you want to. I packed sandals like do not. You can like sandals like or flip flops to Breyerfest. You will tank top, sunscreen, my fried my back, my chest right here. Sunshine. Was also my umbrella. Pack aloe or any home treatments you use. This year I'm taking my apple you know, obviously things like that. Um, I pack a small cooler. Just drive down my and then um, um, I always like to take a reusable water bottle just in case. We all kind of awesome for real down. We have full stuff, mayonnaise, mustard, things like that. Water. And I did a bunch of after when we were like Thursday night or um, Fox Glory 123. I think like here. She talks about NPod. Trust. Like that. Water. Take lots and lots of water. You can also just keep your hotel room very chill. Feel it. Our whole stayed at last week. I back there. I was so after Breyerfest. I just other things you're gonna want to pack. This is model wise. I took last year. I just got for a friend. She was getting rid of a try. You'll want them to protect your models. Extra t-shirts, bubble wrap, plastic, fabrics. Just bring a thing of fabric. I don't have typically for if possible. Bring a fun big tote. Special us girls, me and my two cousins. So with a little bit of work, two boxes, maybe three. From my I were taking just some reusable tote. Then help you. I recommend not it gets really hot down there. It's really hot. My car was hot. I have able to download OnStar. So if you guys have a it's like a travel thing because Google is basically just an OnStar app. It hooks right to your phone. I have a key fob for my car. But you can unlock your car. Lock I was normally parked as close as I could. you're going to be the whole time you find us. Very, like built low to the ground, like this ground, like this is my no. Okay, I have a little clearance, but I am not. It, you have to. They'll direct you. They normally have someone out there to direct. There's one spot that's in front of dumpster. Fire hydrant. Spot. So there was a line of cars. They and for they pull closest would without me the car. No deal. Griff, you that's because you you're not sitting at the Griff gate. I highly recommend sometimes I don't let you park in their parking lot. There's in your parking lot. I think there's sticklers, but just make sure we stay in Griffin Gate. So friend who had a car down there. They had a rental car. Sorry, it had to reconnect again. Those are some of the things I recommend doing for Breyerfest. I know this was a long video. Like I said, you can anyway, DM me here or DM me on Instagram. I will question, post comments, things like that. You will have experience videos. Experience videos are basically, you know, what goes on. So, do take a look at the videos.